Hello, fellow podcast travelers. It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you to the launch of OK State of Mind, a podcast presented by Family and Children's Services right here in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
In OK State of Mind, we'll journey into the insights shared by mental health experts, draw inspiration from remarkable stories of resilience forged by those who have navigated challenging paths, and unveil the intricate science that underpins our thoughts and emotions, a sort of invisibilia, if you will. Through these explorations, we aim to illuminate the captivating whys behind our cognitive and emotional selves, in hopes of unraveling the complexities that shape our behaviors, feelings, and perspectives.
As we journey together, our goal is to create a safe and supportive space for conversations about mental health. We believe that by shedding light on these topics, we can foster understanding, empathy, and most importantly, a sense of community. So whether you're tuning in during your morning coffee or winding down at night, we are honored to have you join us as we traverse this terrain of emotion, stories, and science.
As your guides on this listening journey, I thought it would be good for you to get to know us a little bit better. I'm Dee Harris. I am a seeker of stories, narratives that resonate and inspire, because I believe that within each story lies a plethora of shared experiences and hidden insights. My whole career as a multimedia producer, teacher, communication professional, among other things, has always had at its core curiosity, creativity, and the art of storytelling. So over the last couple of decades working in education and nonprofit sectors, I've seen how stories have the capacity to heal, inspire, and ignite change.
Hi, I'm Chris Posey, and I am a lifelong student. In my early 50s, at the time of this recording, I very recently completed what I believe will be my final step in my formal education, but I still have a hunger to learn and to grow intellectually. That's where this podcast comes in. I'm excited to combine the inspiration with the invisibilia, the science behind the topics we will discuss, in order to dissolve the many myths that exist about mental health. Like Dee, I've spent years as an educator, and it is my hope that we are all stretched intellectually by the information and insights gleaned from this podcast. Every episode will be a learning experience for me, and I hope it will be for you too.
And I'm Rachel Roberts. A passion for storytelling inspired me to initially pursue a career in broadcast journalism. During my time as a reporter and producer, I learned that an outstanding storyteller collects relevant, interesting, and timely information from observations that a viewer or listener at home could not obtain. So I look forward to merging the world of storytelling with mental health and sharing with you tales of hope, triumph, and inspiration.
So you might be asking, why the name OK State of Mind? The first words, OK State, are a little bit of a pun. In the literal sense, OK State speaks of where Family and Children's Services is located, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Additionally, Family and Children's Services provides care to children, families, and adults in the Tulsa area, and we have for over 100 years. However, this podcast is not entirely about Family and Children's Services, its programs, services, and resources. In the context of our podcast title, OK speaks primarily of the various degrees of imperfect mental health with which we all grapple.
Yes, all of us. Indeed, the mental health of all humans might be plotted on the continuum ranging from destitute to superstar, and each individual's plot point moves to the left or the right every day, every moment, continuously. It can change with a text message, a letter from our kid's school, a drink or another bite of food, an empty house, or perhaps even an idea that nestles into the home of our mind and consistently influences our decisions. While we would all love to say that our mental health and behavioral health is perpetually pegged at the far-right superstar side of the continuum, the truth is, OK, located somewhere in the middle of the continuum, may be more accurate for most of us. This podcast explores that phenomenon further.
At this point, state of mind is obvious, right? And it makes sense. After all, Family and Children's Services' mission is to promote, support, and strengthen the well-being and behavioral health of adults, children, and families. Everyone possesses a state of mind. There is nothing inherently good or bad about the idea of a state of mind. It is simply a trait of every person's existence, like our state of body. Both are dynamic, both are malleable, and both are subject to analysis and scrutiny. While this podcast makes no attempt to diagnose your state of mind, it is intended to present unbiased observation and analysis related to mental health, and more specifically, one's state of mind.
While the specific topics of each episode will change regularly, and some may be more relevant to your personal state of mind than others, this podcast will focus in one way or another on the expert insights, the inspirational stories, and the science behind mental health and wellness. We've chosen these three pillars because they collectively form a comprehensive foundation for exploring the intricate landscape of the human mind. Let's delve into why each of these pillars is crucial.
So, first of all, expert insights. Mental health is a complex and nuanced field that requires expertise and understanding to navigate effectively. By featuring expert insights, we ensure that our discussions are grounded in the latest research, best practices, and professional perspectives. This pillar allows us to provide accurate and evidence-based information, offering listeners a credible resource to deepen their understanding of mental health. Expert insights empower individuals to make informed decisions about their own well-being.
Human stories have an unparalleled power to connect, uplift, and inspire. Sharing personal experiences of resilience, recovery, and growth creates a sense of relatability and empathy. Inspirational stories remind us that we're not alone in our struggles and that there is hope even in the face of adversity. These narratives encourage listeners to reflect on their own journeys, fostering a sense of community and providing a source of strength. Hearing how others have overcome challenges can motivate individuals to seek help, practice self-care, and embark on their own paths towards well-being.
Our third and final pillar is science, or what we like to call invisibilia, which is a Latin term that describes the invisible forces, processes, and elements that influence our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and overall experiences. In the context of mental health and well-being, invisibilia refers to the underlying psychological, emotional, and neurological mechanisms that shape our mental states, our perceptions, and our responses to life. Understanding the science behind our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors is essential for unraveling the mysteries of mental health and empowers us to comprehend why we think, feel, and act the way we do. Our hope is that this scientific pillar helps demystify mental health conditions, promoting awareness and reducing the stigma that often surrounds them. By delving into the neuroscience, the psychology, and the biology of mental health, we want to equip our listeners with a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of mind and body, ultimately fostering holistic well-being.
In essence, we've designed OK State of Mind around these three pillars as they work in harmony to create a well-rounded and informative podcast that we hope supports your personal journeys towards mental health and overall well-being by informing, engaging, and empowering you, our listener, to take steps in caring for your health, mind, and life. So thank you for being part of OK State of Mind.
And with every episode, we are nurturing a space where stories can be catalysts for growth, where narratives serve as a mirror to our own journeys, and where the power of shared experiences unites us. Welcome to OK State of Mind.